the backfield, pressuring Williams. Matter of fact, I think they were doing. He was talking to him about it after that play coming off the field, and Job Williams, he's making the most of his opportunity tonight at that middle linebacker spot. He and Harley Tobin tonight, and he's giving Williams fits. Tobin under center, quick pass left side, caught. I think that's Emberton. Stiff arm, yards after the catch. Looks like that could be a first down.
And a face mask. Flags coming in from, of course, we're 75 yards away or more. Looked like it possibly a face mask in front of the Clinton bench.
I've seen that 2 or 3 times tonight. Tobin just taking that snap under center, raising up and throwing it to the sideline. So, again, he's throwing it across the field there.
I think they're telling Tobin, if you see single coverage on Brody Emberton, you go ahead and get it to him. You let a good athlete, a great athlete like Brody Emberton, in space, one-on-one, you'll take it every time. And he has put the ball right on the money every time.
The ball's on the far hash. That's the visiting side, so that's the short side of the field. Receiver split there. Wing T formation. It's Widener in the slot on the right. Tobin's under center. They give us to Widener, moving right to left. Spins away from a defender behind the line of scrimmage, but spins into the purple and gold of Central Arkansas Christian. He might have lost a yard on that. The 42-yard line. Mustangs have it there. Central Arkansas Christian, white pants, purple jerseys, and metallic reflective gold helmets. The Clinton tonight in gold pants, white jerseys, gold helmets as well.
Yeah, look like those Notre Dame helmets. Jason Lynch will like that. CAC in those golden helmets. And I think they must touch those up every week. I know Notre Dame, it's a big deal to be able to do the helmets each week. CAC's helmets look pretty shiny.
Second down and 10. They're going to fake the pass. Tobin's going to get it. Emberton behind the defender, but he can't catch up with that one inside the 10. So, boy, you set that one up. You get on that first down play earlier. You hit Emberton quick. You raise up and throw. That time Tobin rose up, and he pump faked to Emberton. Gives you just enough for Brody maybe to run by that defender, get a little time, and Harley just led him a little bit too much. Couldn't catch up with it.
Really a great play call by Coach DeFran. They've been throwing that quick out. And so the CAC defenders were getting closer every time, trying to shut that off. And then that time they let Brody run past his defender. And he had a step on him, but the pass was just a little overthrown. Now the Yellow Jackets need to get close to that first down. They get there maybe in 2 plays.
Third down and long. Epley he's spun around inside, and he's going to keep spinning and pulling and moving forward to get across the 45, the 44. I think he's going to put himself in a position for Clinton to go for it here on 4th down. And Epley's not the biggest player on the field. He's got quickness, he's got some speed, and they don't bring him down with a first tackler. He just keeps spinning, he keeps staying alive. He might move sideways. He might move forward. He doesn't get driven backward even at his side, and he's going to make this a manageable attempt at a 4th down play.
Yeah, and I saw him on Wednesday in street clothes at practice limping, and, man, to have that strength to pull those defenders.
And Tobin's going to take a quick snap, move forward, quarterback keeper, and he looks to be up at the 30. I think that's going to be good for a first down. That's the call. First down at the Mustang 30-yard line.
Good push by the offensive line. And, of course, Harley Tobin's a strong young man, strong runner. And the Yellow Jackets have a first down, but give Nick Epley a lot of credit on that. He got it where it was manageable. He got 8 of it, and then Tobin was able to get the other 2, and the Yellow Jackets have a first down.
Tobin in tight. He's going to roll to the right. He's going to pitch deep behind him. There's a defender there with Nick Epley, and Nick will pull in the pitch, but he's going to be tackled well behind the line of scrimmage.
Another nice play call by Coach DeFran, but probably the wrong decision that time by Harley. You got to give him credit, though, for hustling, but they faked that reverse to the left. We've been seeing Widener. Then they come out running the option to this side, and they covered the pitch man. They covered Epley. Boy, he was lucky to even get the pitch, but the running lane was open for Harley. If Harley would have cut that up, he would have had the running room that time. The quarterback has to make the decision, do I keep it and run or do I pitch it? That time, Harley probably should have kept it and ran.
Looks to be second down, and I'll say almost 18 to go. Tobin fakes handoff. Now he's going to turn it, keep himself. He's got some room to run. He'll get up near the 25.
Same play, opposite side of the field, and that time Harley made the correct read. And look at the difference in the 2 plays. That time had he pitched it to Zane. Zane was covered, tucked it, kept it, and the Yellow Jackets now looking at about a 3rd down and 6. But that's if you're watching at home, that's really interesting. The same play, 2 different sides of the field, but the quarterback makes 2 different decisions. And now, I'm going to say Tobin was heading off, but he didn't get the play, so now he's back on the field. And now Epley's lined up at receiver. Watch for quarterback draw here.
Harley's in the shotgun. He will keep it. He'll break out to the left, turn back inside, knocked inside a bit, all the way up to the 18-yard line. And another first down for the Yellow Jackets. 3:28 in the second quarter, leading 14-7. They're on the move. And, hey, if you've got the if you're on Facebook and you can set your notifications when KHPQ goes live to give you that notification. It just hit me. Now I'm watching the live stream as well as talking, so Ryan Jones has got it back up. Looks like they might be just a play behind, so it's not too far. I can see the closed caption. I can tell that it's repeating what we're saying. Here we go. Tobin pitch. Widener out of the backfield, left to right. Got some, and a tackler. Good open field tackle. It'll take Widener's feet out at the 15, but there's a flag on the play. We'll see what the call is. But again, looks like we're back on the air on the live stream. KHPQ Sports YouTube channel, KHPQ Facebook page. If you want to watch as well, listen to the game tonight. That flag against the Yellow Jackets. Holding. That's a spot foul. We'll back them up 10 from the point of the foul.
Once again, Jackets moving on offense. Last time they shot themselves in the foot with a holding penalty, and then they fumbled the next play. Here the Yellow Jackets get a good run, but it's called back, and now you got a first down in about 20 yards here. Yellow Jackets in 3:02 left. Would love to get down here and score, take up most of this quarter, but definitely score and try to get a two-possession lead here, as the Yellow Jackets will get the ball to start the game in the second half. So
Widener, right to left, out of the slot, turns it back up inside, pulls away from defender. Zane Widener's going to pick up his third touchdown of the night. This one from the 26. And once he got past that one would-be tackler up at about the 20-yard line, they're not going to get another hand on him. It's Clinton 20, the Mustangs 7.
Yeah, nothing fancy. Coach DeFran's been on the sideline for 21 years. He's ran that play 21 years. And the trap play to the left. Great job by the offensive line. Widener gets into that second level. It's going left, and he is so good. He just cuts back to his right and outruns everybody. Widener with his third touchdown of the night, and he is well on his way to 200 yards tonight.
Third attempt at a two-point conversion. Nick Epley, his and it is the first down.
Chalk and Widener putting pressure on the quarterback. He had to wait till Strange got into the flat, and he made a nice touch on that pass, made the catch, and just enough. Jordan Benson's trying to tell the official, but you need to measure that.
And the official again says it's a first down. They didn't move the chains as Coach Benson was squatted down, the marker pointing to it for the official. He's a long way from it, but Mustangs get it. They will reset. A minute 50, clock running. Williams rolls to his right. Three receivers in the pattern. That's all pressure in the backfield. Four step inside. A lot of gold jerseys. 45 still on his feet. Pulls away. 50, 45. Uh-oh, he's got some room. 40, 35, 30. And Williams, there's no flags. He'll take it into the end zone. How about that? A 53-yard run. There may have been 5 or 6 Yellow Jackets had a hand on him. They were all over him in that Mustang backfield. He had to fight his way, weaving his way till he finally broke free. But it's a touchdown for the Mustangs, 22-13.
Boy, you hate that one because the 3 Yellow Jackets had him 10 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and they still had a couple of shots at him at the 50. And as good as you played defense the first half, boy, you hate for that one to get away, give them an easy one. But they do leave a minute 30 on the clock for the Yellow Jacket offense coming back.
The extra point, the kick is up, and it's good. 22-14, a minute 30 seconds remaining in the first half of play. Let's go ahead and keep it here. We'll be breaking in just a moment. I think we do have some continuing problems with the live stream going on. I know Ryan Jones has been working on it, trying to get it straightened out for us tonight. But the audio portion is good. You got folks call and tell them, hey, go over the air at 92.1 FM all over North Central Arkansas. Matter of fact, my colleague and I have driven home some nights through Little Rock, and we can pick up Q92 maybe from the stadium here. We've picked it up at the 430 interchange. That's where we are tonight, so got a good signal going out. Or you can link up to the signal at www.khpq.com. You can listen to it through the Hot Country KHPQ app on your phone or mobile device. Download that if you don't have that. Also, the TuneIn Radio app. You can locate Q92 or even Alexa. You got one of those sitting in your house, say, hey, Alexa, play Q92, and you can listen to the audio stream tonight.
The Yellow Jackets will have 3 timeouts left. There's a minute 30. They lead 22-14 here, so let's see if the Yellow Jackets first start off, maybe try to get some good field position here. The last time CAC kind of squibbed it down the field, Isaac Bradford made a nice catch on a bouncing ball, gave Yellow Jackets good field position, and now Ryan's kick again is on the ground. Picked up on the far side at the 32, gets upfield across the 40, across the 50. Good field position for the Jackets in CAC territory, and a good return that time for Clinton. I can't really see. That's on the far side of the field. But the Yellow Jackets have first down in CAC territory at the 47. They also have 3 timeouts left.
So head coach Chris Dufran, he's going to be looking to score here in the first half. A lot of time, a lot of timeouts. And Zane Widener looks to be a threat maybe every time he touches the football tonight in this one. Tobin's under center. Widener gets it again, moving right to left out of the slot. Breaks it out the sideline, runs through the defenders on his feet. He's going to carry a final defender up to the 20-yard line. That's going to go for about 25 yards on the carry. And again, Widener almost looking unstoppable.
Widener's going to be close to 200 yards, if not more, by halftime. That's what Ethan Drake did that night a few years ago, as he ran up and down this field for, I believe, almost 240 yards that night and didn't play a whole lot of the fourth quarter.
Here we go. This time dropped in the backfield. Going to be a loss on the play, 2 or 3 yards as Epley goes down.
Ryan kind of slid down into an outside linebacker spot. He was guessing, and he guessed right as he took off on the snap and ran straight into the backfield, and the play came right toward him. So that's one that if you guess right, it looks good. If you don't guess right, it goes for big yards.
Quick snap. Widener gets it right to left. A lot of traffic. He's driven sideways back at the original line of scrimmage. Going to bring up 3rd and 10, and now Clinton will use their first down of the first half to stop the clock with 42 seconds remaining. It'll be 3rd and 10, maybe 3rd and 11 when we return. I got a phone call. Looks like we're back on. Everything's good with the live stream. Everything's synced up real time between the radio signal, the live stream signal. So hopefully you get to watch a funny story. My dad was telling me, I don't know, maybe if it was last week or a couple weeks ago or something, we were doing a little promo there and how you can listen to us. And I said, and this year you can also listen on Alexa and just say, hey, Alexa, play Q92. He told me Alexa started playing Q92 in the house there. So if you got your signal turned up loud enough and you got one of those, we may turn on your Alexa for you.
Alexa is very powerful. Also, hey, Google. I've said, hey, Google, turn on the Roku a lot over the years.
Technology, when it works, it can.
Jackets coming back. They have a 3rd and 11. Still got 2 timeouts, so you can use the whole field. You don't have to get out of bounds. It's nice if you can, but you can use the whole field on the play call here. And as we said before, you don't have to get all 11 of it, but try to get it close. You get there on 4th down. You sure would like to get some more points before the half.
22-14. Tobin's in the shotgun. Ball's on the far hash. The visiting side takes the snap, fakes the handoff. Going to roll his left. Got pressure. He's going to have to get to the sideline, go out of bounds. He'll pick up about 6, maybe 7 on the carry. That'll bring up 4th down, and let's see, he goes out of bounds near the 12-yard line. And it looks to be
half of it.
4th and 6 maybe.
Yes.
Stops the clock, 36 seconds.
This is a big play for both teams. CAC wants to try to get to the half without Clinton scoring again. The Yellow Jackets want to score here, and I think we get the ball to start the second half.
And let's see, let's split
single
Bodie
coverage
Emberton
on
out
Emberton on the near side.
Wide right. Got a wide slot on the left. Going to go out for a pass. 3 receivers in the pattern. Bodie's going to come back, make the catch. Get away from the defender at the 10. The 5 sidesteps. Another into the end zone. Touchdown. Emberton,
run.
Yards after the catch. 28-14.
Great pass. I lined up in the wing tee, so he was under center. Tobin was under center, and he rolled to his right, kept his cool, waited for Emberton to go down the field and then come back enough to get the first down. Pass was on target, and then Brody took it himself then the final 10 yards, carrying the defender on his back into the end zone. But they were first looking for the first down. The pass was on the money, and then Brody used his athleticism to turn it into a touchdown, and a big touchdown right before the half. Let's try to get 2 more, boys.
Tobin goes under center. Still in Jones behind him. The handoff is to Emberton, right to left out of the slot. Runs into the pile, bounces out, and now into the end zone. 2 more points for the Yellow Jackets. 30-14, 26 seconds when we return. You're listening to KHPQ and Clinton High School Sports.
Life is better with football and with First Security. We have the resources and the know-how to tackle your needs, plus a local team you can count on. So you're making better plays because First Security is making better happen during this season and every season. What's your better? Get there with us. Stop by your local First Security Banking Center or visit us online at fsbank.com today. First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We have partnered with Carti to bring world-class cancer treatment to Van Buren County.
Some chemos are between 1 to 2 hours to 8 hours. So when a patient is sick, diagnosed with a cancer, traveling to Little Rock, that's a pretty long day for sick people.
Back in the old days, you had to get on the interstate, go to Conway or go to Little Rock to get your chemo treatments. My mom, for 1.5 years, was able to take them right here in Clinton, Arkansas. Big peace of mind for my mom.
Ozark Health, your community hospital.
Kickoff, onside kick. They try to get it to bounce after it hits the turf, but covered at the 47-yard line by the Mustangs. 25 seconds, 2 timeouts for Central Arkansas Christian now. This is the spot on the field where they just got their last touchdown from Williams out of the quarterback spot as he took it, 54 yards or so into the end zone. So you've got to play defense here for at least a few more plays.
You're going to see probably cover 3. You might see cover 4. When we say that, you're talking about the number of safeties. I see 3 down there now at the 35-yard line. Nobody is going to get behind the Yellow Jackets secondary with 25 seconds left. CAC does have 2 timeouts left.
It's going to be what? Harley Tobin, Nick Epley, Brody Emberton, as well as Williams will come up, shotgun, take the snap, roll to his left. Pressure's going to throw it.
Yeah, I think Widener got a hand on that. Hey, Widener's done everything so far tonight. 8 carries, 172 yards, 3 touchdowns, and a 2-point conversion, and it's not even halftime yet. And then Widener gets a hand on that pass, goes incomplete. And the Yellow Jackets, well, it's been a team effort for sure because the Yellow Jackets are down 12 players tonight, but it has definitely been a team effort.
Austin Lynch also in the secondary. Pass across the middle, caught. Looks to be short of the first down at the 45. Pulled back.
Good job by Austin Lynch. Played behind him. And then come up and made the tackle. Kept him in bounds. And it looks like CAC is not even interested in stopping the clock. They still have 2 timeouts left.
Under 5 seconds.
And they're going to go to halftime. And I'm surprised with that. With 2 timeouts and you trail by 16 points, but the Yellow Jackets will take it, and it's been a good half for the Jackets.
We'll step away for a moment, but stay with us. You're listening to KHPQ and Clinton High School Sports.
You know, life here wouldn't be the same without a sense of community. This is a wonderful place to live. The home of the Chuck Wagon races, Greers Ferry Lake, and of course, Joe Lee Chevrolet. You know, Joe Lee Chevrolet is famous for fairness, honesty, and square dealing. Now for 4 generations. Sure, you can buy a new Chevrolet car, truck, any other place, but this isn't anywhere. This is home. They invite you to come on down to Joe Lee Chevrolet, where they have large rebates and incentives plus low interest rates. Joe Lee Chevrolet, Highway 65 South in Clinton. Steve Good at Goods Cash Saver says you can learn a lot about life by playing sports. You may never be the biggest or the fastest, but you can always try to be the very best and give 100%. And that's what they do every day at Goods Cash Saver. Even though they don't have the biggest building, they try to have every item that you might need in groceries. They also overachieve every day in their meat department. So when you're looking for a place to shop, give Goods Cash Saver a try. A supermarket that cares about you and your community and says, go Yellow Jackets.
Friday night at the stadium is not the time to worry about your finances. Let First Arkansas Bank and Trust ease your mind with their mobile
recovery 745-2992.
Life is better with football. And with First Security. We have the resources and the know-how to tackle your needs, plus a local team you can count on. So you're making better plays because First Security is making better happen during this season and every season. What's your better? Get there with us. Stop by your local First Security Banking Center or visit us online at fsbank.com today. First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, I'm Dr. Heath McCarver with the Conway Regional Advanced Pain Management Center.
A lot of experiences that I've made, a lot of good memories. But it's been a trip for sure. I've had my struggles while I was there. Had times where I didn't think I could make it, but it's all just one big mental game. In my opinion, I think anyone could do it. Hands down, you just got to have a strong mental stability to go through it. But it's been a trip for sure.
So tell us a little bit about what led you to how you knew that was the next step in your life and what you wanted to do, looking back a year or so ago.
Well, it all started with I went to college and things weren't going very well. So I've always thought military service might be for me. So I kind of thought
through the years, maybe not so much in basic training, but just in summary, how would you describe your day or your week or what you went through?
Well, at basic training, I woke up at 4 a.m. every morning. I would do my personal hygiene, and then we'd have first formation at around 5:30-ish. We'd go down there. We'd do PT from about 6 to 7:30. And then after that, it was just whatever the drill sergeants had planned for you. It was something different every day. A lot of times we'd just go on random marches. We would just go on marches. We'd go to the range. We'd shoot our rifles. Sometimes we'd go to some obstacle course.
And
it's awesome.
I certainly hope other folks are as well. And if we had more Ryan Jones in the world and more in our military service, I think we would all feel better with what's going on around us in the world today.
Yeah.
So thank you, Ryan Jones. And thanks for getting us on the stream tonight. I know you've had some trouble up there. It's been back and forth a little bit. But I hope folks that didn't make the trip certainly can listen. Hope they can watch when we're out of town like this. And hope we can put together a good broadcast for folks.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Should be back up right now as we speak.
And folks, I said this earlier, but so you can watch it through the KHPQ Sports YouTube channel or also the KHPQ Facebook page. And if you ever, I think, go to the Facebook page, if there's a live stream going, it may give you the
for my mom.
Ozark Health, your community hospital.
F.L. Davis Cash Lumber, Ace Hardware Store, is a proud sponsor of Clinton Yellow Jacket Sports. F.L. Davis Cash Lumber can help with your electrical, plumbing, paint, tools, hardware, and flooring needs. They're a full-service hardware store and lumber yard. F.L. Davis can provide you with everything you need for your residential or commercial projects. The knowledgeable staff is always on hand to answer your questions. Visit F.L. Davis Cash Lumber, your Ace Hardware Store. Same place, now Ace.
The Blagg Law Firm is a proud supporter of Clinton High School Yellow Jacket sports. When you need an attorney, call the Blagg Law Firm. Whether it's an injury accident, criminal defense, DWI, family dispute, or Social Security
and 3 touchdowns. Nick Epley's got 11 carries for 53 yards, and Tobin's got 3 for 16. But Tobin's been very efficient tonight at quarterback, going 5 for 7, 78 yards, and 1 touchdown.
In the Clinton's offense, you don't have to have a quarterback that throws for 300 yards. You need a guy that's efficient. When it's third down, he can make the pass, and that's what Tobin done now. He's 5 for 7, 78 yards, a touchdown pass, and then when you throw in 200 or 300 yards on the ground. That's the success. That's the recipe when Clinton wins football games.
And the big one, we're getting ahead of the chains. We're getting the 2nd and 6s, 3rd and 2s that we want to see. And we're 2 for 2 on 4th downs tonight, which kept drives going.
Yeah, we talked about the turnovers, how important those are. The Yellow Jackets had 2 tonight, but been able to overcome them. Last week, they had 381 yards of offense. Dardanelle had 390. Both teams ran 56 plays, almost identical, except the Yellow Jackets had those 4 turnovers. Tonight, they've so far cut it down to 2. And the Yellow Jackets, with a 30-14 lead.
And as good as the offense has been tonight, the defense has been just as good for the Yellow Jackets. They've held CSC to 142 yards of offense, only 54 through the air, and 88 rushing.
Yeah, if you take away that broken play the quarterback ran for 55 yards for a touchdown, Yellow Jackets had him, a couple of guys had him in the backfield, and then a couple more guys had him after about 5 yards, and he got away. If you throw that broken play out of there, the Yellow Jacket defense has looked really good tonight.
He's had people in his face all night long. I know Joe Chalk, a couple of the defensive linemen, they've been in his face all night long. He hasn't set his feet one time all night.
Yeah, I can't say enough. We were worried tonight coming in. Both linebackers were out. Cody Davis and Hutto were out tonight. And so Joe Chalk stepped in. He's played great so far tonight. And also Zane Widener has been shifting over there to linebacker, and he has played great defense. So the Yellow Jacket linebackers have done a great job so far tonight. Hopefully they have another big second half left in them as we are ready for play in the second half. And CAC is going to kick it out of bounds to start the second half, and the Yellow Jackets should get good field position to start this opening drive of the second half. Jackets lead 30-14, and bringing back with us Jeff Hall.
And it's, again, the first conference game of the season. I told someone today, they said, well, how's the team doing or what's the record? I said, well, one win, 2 losses on the season, but conference starts tonight. It's kind of like a whole new season. You got just 7 games that will determine what happens in November when the playoffs get started. So that's a long way away, but Clinton's certainly off to a good start tonight, at least in the first half of this one, with this 30-14 lead in the conference opener.
Jackets have scored on their last 2 possessions. Look to make it 3 in a row here.
From their own 40-yard line, Tobin under center, the give. Fakes it to Epley, keeps himself, gets around the corner. He's got some room, the 50, the 40. It's a race down the sideline. One defender. He's going to step inside, and he'll get, he might have give. Fakes it to Epley, keeps himself, gets around the corner. He's got some room, the 50, the 40. It's a race down the sideline. One defender. He's going to step inside, and he'll.
And it's a fake, I guess, of that trap play. It looked like, if you were watching on TV, it looked like Epley was going to take the handoff coming right. And Tobin faked it to him and took off to the left. And I think it had some blocking schemes with Ashton Hoyle in there on that special play called Arkansas, and it definitely worked here to start the second half as the Yellow Jackets get a big play down inside the CAC 20.
That's going to be a 40-yard carry for Tobin, and Brooklyn is going to be racking up the
Isaac Bradford now lined up in the backfield.
The give is to Epley. And he's going to have to pause for a moment as Mustang was in the backfield down on the ground. Nick might have stuck his arm out and put it on him and said, hang on a minute, and then went by him and makes positive yardage, about almost a 3-yard pickup.
With a shortage of running backs tonight, Isaac Bradford that time lined up in the backfield as a running back, but of course he was pretty much he's basically a blocking back, and he was the lead blocker on that play, and the Yellow Jackets pick up 3 yards. But that's the thing with the Yellow Jackets down to basically 3 running backs instead of 5.
It's Dylan Jones now behind Harley Tobin, along with Epley, but it's Widener out of the slot, gets scared, gets to the right, to the left, gets to the corner, gets to the first down marker. Driven out of bounds there. We'll see if he gains the first or if he's just short at the 10-yard line.
Showed his strength there. He was stopped probably a couple yards short of that mark. Carried the defender forward. Now the Yellow Jackets will have 3rd and short.
3rd and 2, maybe 3rd and 3. So again, 4-down territory. We say that means 2 plays to pick up the first down.
If you just tuned in, Widener, 8 carries, 172 yards, and 3 touchdowns in the first half.
Tobin's going to quarterback keeper again and again pick up the first down. He'll get all the way to maybe the 6-yard line. That'll be.
If you're watching on TV too, I don't know if you noticed it or not, Josh Witt, Alex Louder were blocking their men down inside the 5-yard line. They were well ahead of the play. And Coach Christy Fran's offensive linemen over the years have always been great at being able to move and block and giving the Yellow Jackets a chance to move the football. And now it's 1st and goal for the Jackets.
Tobin under center again, crouches low. The give is, I think that's Epley.
Ow.
Inside. And pick up a couple of yards, maybe to the 3-yard line. That started at the 5, or that may have started at the 6.
That's going to be
so he gets to the 3.
It's going to be an illegal shift against the Yellow Jackets. That's going to move it back 5 yards. You hate that because Epley got down inside the 5, but Yellow Jackets overcame a couple of penalties in that first half to convert. Let's see what they can do here. Yellow Jackets with 18 players suited up tonight.
Ball placed at the 12, 1st and goal.
Again, how many did you say were out tonight, either through injury or through quarantine?
Yeah, Yellow Jackets are 12 players out tonight.
Fake the handoff. Tobin drops back. Pressure from the right, pressure from the left, and they're going to take Harley Tobin down at the 20-yard line. A loss of 9 on the play.
Brady Velick for CAC coming off the corner. I think CAC's, they're bringing pressure, trying to guess what Clinton's going to do. That time they guessed right. And brought the pressure off the corner. Yellow Jackets were going to try to pass there on 1st down. Tobin not have a chance to get that one off. Now he goes to the shotgun.
From the 19, 2nd goal. Quick pass, left side. A little bit high off the hands of Nick Epley. It's incomplete. Going to bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, that was well covered, too. That might be just as well. That one went out of bounds because Ryan got up right on top of Epley. You're hoping to get that little screening block over that time by Brody Emerton, but Ryan got in between them. And so now the Yellow Jackets had 1st and goal inside the 10. Now they're looking at 3rd and goal.
Looking at the offensive line for Clinton. Hunter Hewitt, Alex Louder, Ashton Hoyle. Tobin's in the shotgun. Fake the handoff. Wants to pass. And off the hands up at about the 5-yard line. So he was trying to get Brody Emberton. Had a defender with him.
Yeah, one of the first bad passes of the night for Tobin. Ball was thrown behind him. Emberton was open, at least open enough to catch the ball down inside the 5. But the pass was behind him. And now the Yellow Jackets, who had maybe the knockout drive going, now facing 4th and goal out near the 8. Well, near the 18-yard line.
Jared Brown and Josh Witt also on the offensive line, and head coach Chris Dufran's going to take a timeout on this, facing 4th down and goal at the 19, 8 minutes, 50 seconds in the 3rd quarter. Clinton leading Central Arkansas Christian 30-14.
It's always very important for the Yellow Jackets to avoid penalties. You got a predominantly running offense. You don't want those negative plays or penalty plays that get you off schedule. Yellow Jackets had 1st and goal inside the 10. All it took was a illegal shift and a 5-yard penalty that really took this drive off schedule. But the Yellow Jackets still have a play here, and we'll see. This pass is going to have to go in or near the end zone. Anything short is going to turn the ball over to CAC. Yellow Jackets will be back home next Friday night. We hope it's going to be a special night as the Yellow Jackets will host Batesville Southside, but we're going to honor the 1970 undefeated conference champion Clinton Yellow Jackets, the first ever team to go to the playoffs for Clinton. And they really ushered in, I think, modern football for Clinton, because after the success of that team, the school, the community really wanted to upgrade the facilities at the stadium. That's where the old concession stand, that's where it originated from. The bleachers in the center section that you sit in now originated because of the success of that 1970 team. So come on out, honor the 1970 Yellow Jackets. A lot of those guys, they are excited to be honored and come back home to Jim Tumlison Field.
Here we go, 4th down. 3 receivers on the right, 1 on the left. Deep pass, left side, single coverage, jump ball near the end zone. It may be intercepted. No, it's the back of the end zone.
Fight for the ball. Touchdown!
A touchdown. I mean, it took a while to figure out who had possession. Intercepted. No, it's the back of the end zone.
Fight for the ball. Touchdown!
A touchdown. I mean, it took a
highest point. Both of them came down with the ball. And then it was a fight on the ground for who had the ball. And give credit to Zane Widener and the official for sticking his nose in there and calling the touchdown. And the Yellow Jackets convert a 4th and 19. And, hey, don't forget Tobin. They brought a blitz off the corner, and there was a outside linebacker right in Tobin's face, and he did not panic. He knew he was going to get hit, but he stayed in there and made the pass.
2-point conversion attempt. Tobin fakes the handoff, keeps himself. He's tackled forward, but he's short of the goal line. 2-point conversion fails. But another touchdown for the Yellow Jackets, going to put Clinton up 36-14. That's Zane Widener's 4th touchdown of the night. The offense clicking well at 8:42 remaining in the third quarter when we return. You're listening to KHPQ and Clinton High School Sports.
Wherever the river flows and however the game goes. The River Company is a proud sponsor of Clinton Yellow Jacket Sports. Just like in sports, you want someone who has your back. The professional team at the River Company Insurance does just that. They'll work hard to find you the most coverage at the best possible price. Whether it's business, farm, ranch, personal, or automotive, the team at the River Company will get you exactly what you need. Sports is a team effort, so come join the team at the River, formerly S&P Insurance. F.L. Davis Cash Lumber, your Ace Hardware store, is a proud sponsor of Clinton Yellow Jacket Sports. F.L. Davis Cash Lumber can help with your electrical, plumbing, paint, tools, hardware, and flooring needs. They're a full-service hardware store and lumber yard. F.L. Davis can provide you with everything you need for your residential or commercial projects. The knowledgeable staff is always on hand to answer your questions. Visit F.L. Davis Cash Lumber, your Ace Hardware store. Same place, now Ace.
No freebies. Get him on the ground.
Kick off down the field near the 30. Returned by the Mustangs. Still on their feet. 45-50. Up across the 50. That's Vance Strange on the return to the Yellow Jacket 48. So the Mustangs, maybe the third time tonight, they'll start on the Yellow Jacket side of the 50. But the defense has done well. It was that opening drive for the Mustangs in which they scored. And the Yellow Jackets tightened up. It took a 55-yard run by Williams, kind of broke through things to get their second touchdown of the night. But Clinton, the defense has played tough, and Yellow Jackets with a 35-14 lead. Williams in the shotgun, back to his left, looking to pass. I think it's out of the backfield, off the hands near the sideline. That one will fall incomplete, bring up second down.
Just a little bit overthrown on that pass, although it was catchable.
Pass ball is incomplete, brings up a second down.
And it'll be second down. Yellow Jacket defense. If you throw out the one long play by Williams, the busted play for 55 yards, Yellow Jackets really only gave up 7 points in the first half. They lead 36-14, but good job by the Yellow Jackets. Widener and Chalk have done a great job at linebacker tonight, replacing Davis and Hutto.
Williams pressure.
Ashton Hoyle.
Josh Witt. Oh, what a. Yeah, if you're a quarterback, the two guys you wouldn't want to see are Ashton Hoyle and Josh Witt driving you backwards 10, 15 yards behind the play, but they take him to the turf. Williams goes down, a big loss, and that gets the defense and those boys excited.
They're probably thinking Ashton Hoyle on top of it, and here comes Josh Witt. And they've been close to him all night. They finally got to him. And as they broke through the center of that CAC line, Witt lined up at right defensive tackle. Ashton Hoyle lined up at left guard. Now they switch. Yellow Jackets have been flip-flopping the linemen depending on the setup by CAC, and it's third down and 23 for the Mustangs.
Williams with the pass, caught out at the 45. Good open field tackle, brought down immediately. And
Dawson Burgess. Good play. Not easy to tackle people in the open field, and he did it there. Makes it fourth down. Dawson had a really big play, I thought, in the first half. When he tipped that ball away, it would have been a first down for CAC. forced the Mustangs to turn it over on downs, and the Yellow Jackets would eventually score. And now we'll see AC punt here, trailing by 22.
So the drive started at the Clinton 48. They've lost yardage. It's 4th and 15. They're at their own, the 47. Deep pass down the left side behind the defense, but can't pull it in. Needed about a step or two more. It's incomplete. The ball's going to go over on downs. The defense has held again. 36-14 lead. Offense coming back out on the field for the Yellow Jackets.
CAC gives up 39 points a ball game. The Yellow Jackets have 36. There's still 6:51 left in the third, so the Yellow Jackets are on pace here. And it would be any win on the road and a conference win is huge, but with the circumstances tonight, with 12 Yellow Jackets not able to suit up tonight, what an effort by this Yellow Jacket football team. If they could get out of here with the win and head back home next week, hopefully be back at full strength.
Brody Emerton's going to split wide right, just for our broadcast position here on the home side. Tobin's inside handoff, up the middle, pick up about 7, maybe 8, all the way down to the 41 on the carry. That's Landon Rose, I believe. Let's give him 7 on the carry. 2nd down and 3.
And that CAC defense been out on the field a long time now as they not able to convert a first down there. They had to get right back on the field. And we've seen the Yellow Jacket offensive line be really dominant in the second half this year.
Tobin's going to fake the handoff. He's going to pump down the sideline.
Wow, what a great pass. There was a small window there, and Tobin put it right on the money to Nick Epley.
He had 2 defenders kind of running to his right. I don't know that that's what you'd call a back shoulder throw, but that was probably the place that Epley could catch it, and the defenders could not. And just, again, a tight spot. Going down the sideline.
Had the corner on him, and he just maybe had a half step on the corner, and the safety was coming over to help. And, man, Tobin put that ball in a really small window right on the money. And, boy, Harley has been really cool back there tonight at quarterback.
Maybe his most efficient passing out of the season. Landon Rose, inside handoff. He'll again, good yardage up near the 13-yard line. Let's see, the official on our side. I don't think that play must have not began at he made it that far. I'm not sure. That's 2nd down and 6. Yeah, very efficient as far as attempts, completions. He's got a couple of touchdowns tonight, does Tobin. No interceptions. Junior quarterback goes under center, crouches low. A couple of backs behind him, fakes the handoff. He's going to get to the corner, keep it himself. Driven out of bounds right at the first down marker.
That's a play we saw the first play of the second half that went for big yards. This time it's still a good run. First down for Clinton.
Looks to be at the 7-yard line. Coach Christopher, he's mixing it up with a 35-14 lead on his direction. Mixing up whether he's going to run or pass. And he thought for a moment there, the way that, again, the offensive line's doing, the rushing success we've had last, I thought there when this drive started, we might just keep running over them. That kind of wears the defense down, kind of beats you down mentally, and if they can't stop you, just keep doing it. But he's mixing it up, going whether it's a run or pass or what he's doing with it tonight. And his offense is moving the football, and they're 7 yards away from another touchdown.
Yeah, that offensive line, when they start to feel it, they take a lot of pride. And they are, in that second half against Huntsville, they really dominated, especially the fourth quarter. I think they kind of get the same idea tonight against CAC. Over the years, we've been able to really move the football usually against CAC. We usually have been more physical than they have, seems like, over the years. Yellow Jackets have played CAC 8 times in recent years.
Well, not a first down. They say it's 3rd and 1. And a football maybe closer to the 8. Ball's on the far hash, the visiting side. Everton splits wide right. In motion out of the slot. Epley gets the handoff straight up the middle, straight into the end zone. It's a touchdown. Far hash, the visiting side. Everton splits wide right. In motion out of the slot. Epley gets the handoff straight up the middle, straight.
extra tight end blocker to the side, and Epley was stopped probably a couple yards short of the end zone, but he bulled his way through a tackler. And the Yellow Jackets now with 42 points. They are above what CAC gives up in a week. They only give about 39 points a game. Yellow Jackets have 42, and they're looking at 44 here as they go for two. Dylan Jones lined up in the backfield.
Shotgun snap, going to roll to the right, into the end zone, caught, and is that Widener with the 2-point conversion? So I think Zane's got a couple of twos to go with his 4 touchdowns. Successful 2-point conversion, 44-14, 4:57 in the third. When we return, you're listening to KHPQ in Clinton High School Sports.
Friday night at the stadium is not the time to worry about your finances. Let First Arkansas Bank and Trust ease your mind with their mobile banking capabilities. You can check your balance, transfer funds between accounts, and even find the nearest ATM for dinner after a road game. The free mobile app is available on the iTunes Store and Android Market. You can cheer loud and proud for the Yellow Jackets because First Arkansas Bank and Trust has you covered. See a branch for more details. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Towing and recovery is the last thing you think about until you really need it. Then you really want the best. There's only one name to call, Justin's Collision Repair, Towing and Recovery. They have the largest and latest model recovery fleet in North Central Arkansas. From small towing to heavy-duty towing, Justin's Collision Repair, Towing and Recovery on Highway 65 in Clinton is the one to call, 745-2992. That's Justin's Collision Repair, Towing and Recovery, 745-2992.
4:51 remaining in the third, 44-14. If the Yellow Jackets 30-point lead now, if they can go up by 35 entering the fourth quarter, that will put the ball game into the sportsmanship rule. The clock would not stop but for an official timeout in the fourth quarter. But 44-14 Mustang football. I don't know, the home stadium, they may be planning on the sportsmanship rule. They just announced over the PA half-price hot dogs and hamburgers at the concession stand. If we were a little bit closer, I don't know, I may have to make a run down there and grab something, but they may be looking to wrap things up early tonight as well here at Mustang Mountain.
CAC's second offensive possession of the second half. They'll start at their 41.
Williams to pass out of the shotgun, caught coming out of the backfield, I believe, up across the 50. Near the 45. That'll be a first down for the Mustangs.
I know we have a lot of Cardinal fans out there, and it's been a long, hard year for the most part, but the Cardinals have won 13 games in a row, and they lead the Cubs 9-3 in the fifth inning, looking for their 14th straight victory in a row. So I know the Cardinal fans out there, I think Miss Sammy Berry is a big Cardinal fan.
Oh, Williams to pass. He steps up in the pocket, and then Ashton Hoyle takes him to the turf. Boy, again, the middle of that Clinton defense is tough tonight. And
yeah, a lot of those guys have had to play both ways tonight. We do have about, 6 to 8 linemen, but a lot of those guys have played both ways. Ashton Hoyle, Josh Witt, some others. And they got close to the quarterback in the first half, but it seems like they have definitely taken over the line of scrimmage here in the second half.
I don't know, thinking ahead, players of the game, if something didn't change, boy, if you had a defensive player of the game, it might be Job Chalk. If you had a lineman of the game, it might be Ashton Hoyle. Shotgun snap to Williams.
There's
Pressure. Chalk again. Host of Yellow Jackets around Williams. Somebody's going to take him out at the 50. That's going to be Zane Widener. And then Widener, he gets you offensive player of the game tonight. But they're having fun tonight. You know, these kids today, you're going to have some huddle highlights tonight. You may see those posted if you're friends with these guys. They can highlight those individual plays throughout the night, and they are making some of them tonight.
Yeah, you didn't know how we were going to come in tonight. We've known all week long that these guys are out. We just really hadn't let it get out, into the public as much. But, but they've went out all week and practiced hard, even though they're kind of short-handed. It was funny seeing some of the coaches running plays this week because we only had 18 practicing.
Pressure. Who grabbed Widener from behind? Is that going to be a holding as Zane came around the end? They grab the back of his jersey and pull him up. It's an incomplete pass. The official throws a flag. Let's see if that's what the call is.
A good call by the official on the near side, too. CAC was wanting a pass interference, but that ball was pretty much uncatchable.
And there's the hold. So back
if you can't stop them, you got to hold them. Yeah, it was as they sort this penalty out, see if the Yellow Jackets want to take it or make it 4th down.
2:45 in the third.
And they have declined it, make it 4th down. Yeah, I saw Jesse Wilson playing quarterback this week. I saw Coach DeFran running some pass routes. And my favorite, Coach Benson lined up at wide receiver and ran a go route. Although Coach DeFran said it was a 5-yard go route. And so, but with only 18 players this week, the coaches had to jump into practice this week. I told Coach Benson he was miscast at Greenbrier High School. They made him an offensive lineman when he should have been a receiver.
4th and long for the Mustangs. Midfield, Williams going to wind up, pass, pretty pass down the field. Oh, couldn't pull it in up near the 10-yard line. Maybe off the chest, off the hands.
And look who's on coverage. A linebacker covering a wide receiver, Zane Widener on coverage. And he got beat by a little bit because he got a late start, but Zane knew the ball was probably in the air, so he was throwing his hands up and down. And there's no face guarding in high school football. That's not pass interference like it is in the NFL. And so, man, another great play by Zane Widener and that linebacker core, him and Joe Chalk and the guys that are playing linebacker. Man, they have done more, everything and more that we could have asked for tonight.
Yeah, Jacob Hutto out tonight. Cody Davis out tonight. Cody was our first Arkansas Bank and Trust player of the game last week against Dardanelle. He's been the leading tackler, I believe, the last 2 weeks. So he and Hutto out from the middle linebacker spot. And, again, Chalk and Widener just coming up huge tonight, causing the Mustangs and specifically Williams at the quarterback position just all kinds of fits tonight.
Yeah, Cody Davis, 11.5 sacks, 11.5 tackles, and a sack 2 weeks ago.
There's the pitch to Widener coming out of the slot. He's spinning away, pulling away. It'll take 2 or 3 Mustangs to bring him down up at the 40, and that should be good for a first down.
Cody Davis, 11.5 tackles, 1 sack 2 weeks ago, and then he had 7.5 tackles last week against Dardanelle. Another first down. Widener closing in on 200 yards.
Look to the Yellow Jackets to try to put up at least one more score, get into that mercy rule of 35-plus point lead going into the fourth quarter.
188, Coach Post says, for Widener.
Tobin crouches low. The give is to Dylan Jones. He starts left back in the middle. He's got a seam. He's pulling away. The 25, the 20, the 10, the 5, still taking tacklers all the way up inside the 5, the 3-yard line, 37 yards by the sophomore Dylan Jones.
Man, it's great to see that. Dylan back playing football this year for the first time in a couple of years. He's a great athlete, got great speed, and just an outstanding young man. One of my favorites. Like to visit with Dylan. Plays basketball, plays second base on the baseball team. But, yeah, it's great to see Dylan Jones get a big run there, and he's got big things ahead of him the next couple of years.
Hey, watch this play. He was coming out of the ball game. Jesse Wilson said, get back in there. Head coach Christopher Brand, he likes to feed the back who just had the big carry. Does Jones get it again? He does, and he's in the looking for the end zone. Touchdown. Clinton said, get back in there. Head coach Christopher Brand, he likes to feed the back who just had the big carry. Does Jones get it again? He does, and he's in the looking for the end zone.
Into the end zone. And I guess Dylan's first varsity touchdown of his high school career. And the Jackets now extend the lead to 50-14. And Jeff Hall said that mercy rule will go into effect. It's probably a good thing tonight since the Yellow Jackets only have 18 players. We probably need to get in and out of here as quick as we can with a win.
Not kicking extra points tonight. They'll line up for the 2-point conversion again. Tobin's under center. Widener gets it. Breaks out to the left. Got a defender behind the line of scrimmage. He pulls away. He gets near the goal line. Goes down. They'll say he's just short. Not successful. 50-14, a minute 47 when we return. You're listening to KHPQ and Clinton High School Sports.
Steve Good at Goods Cash Savers says you can learn a lot about life by playing sports. You may never be the biggest or the fastest, but you can always try to be the very best and give 100%. And that's what they do every day at Goods Cash Saver. Even though they don't have the biggest building, they try to have every item that you might need in groceries. They also overachieve every day in their meat department. So when you're looking for a place to shop, give Goods Cash Saver a try. A supermarket that cares about you and your community and says, go Yellow Jackets. You know, life here wouldn't be the same without a sense of community. This is a wonderful place to live. The home of the Chuck Wagon Races, Greers Ferry Lake, and of course, Joe Lee Chevrolet. You know, Joe Lee Chevrolet is famous for fairness, honesty, and square dealing. Now for 4 generations. Sure, you can buy a new Chevrolet car, truck, any other place, but this isn't anywhere. This is home. They invite you to come on down to Joe Lee Chevrolet, where they have large rebates and incentives plus low interest rates. Joe Lee Chevrolet, Highway 65 South in Clinton.
And the kick inside across the 30, near the 35-yard line. Mustangs will have it there. Minute 38 remaining in the third quarter. Clinton leading 50-14.
Yellow Jackets, we talked down at halftime with some of the coaches. We knew we were going to get the ball first to start the second half, so we're hoping to maybe go out and score that first possession and get the knockout. Well, the Yellow Jackets have done that and more, as the Yellow Jackets have scored, what is that? That's a 1, 2, 3 touchdowns here in the third quarter, and you go back to the second quarter. The Yellow Jackets have scored on 5 straight possessions. Reminds me of that night up at Elkins when the Yellow Jackets, I think, scored on 9 straight possessions. The only time they didn't score when they took a knee at the end of the ball game.
Williams pass across the middle, caught at the 40. Tackled there at the 41. I think, did I misspeak earlier, Mike Cully? Basketball, the sportsmanship rule doesn't kick in until the fourth quarter. In football, it kicks in at any point in the second half. Is that right?
That is correct.
The clock keeper did start the clock.
It's 35 points in football and 30 in basketball.
Right. So the clock is running here with 30 seconds now remaining in the third quarter. Williams again to pass. 5 receivers in the pattern. Almost intercepted into the hands. Who is that at the 50-yard line? Is that number 50? Is that right?
Or is that 56?
Or is it 56? Hunter Hewitt.
Hunter Hewitt. Oh, Hunter would have liked to have that one. He was backing up and playing defense. That's where he should be. And then the pass, I don't think he was expecting one to come right at him, but a good job by Hunter Hewitt. That'll end the quarter.
50-14, a final 12 minutes under the sportsmanship rule. When we return, you're listening to KHPQ in Clinton High School Sports.
The all-new Cowboy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Clinton is gearing up for football season. Yep, we've got a huge lineup of Rams that are sure to fit all of your tailgating needs. So put on that lucky jersey and score huge savings during the summer clearance event. Can't wait to see you at the all-new Cowboy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Clinton and at cowboycdjr.com.
Life is better with football. And with First Security. We have the resources and the know-how to tackle your needs, plus a local team you can count on. So you're making better plays because First Security is making better happen during this season and every season. What's your better? Get there with us. Stop by your local First Security Banking Center or visit us online at fsbank.com today. First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The last time when Clinton scored 50 or more points.
Coach Mason, who's arguing that first down?
Are we back? I think we're back. 50-14. Tiffany Malabon has joined us in the press box. She was the big winner tonight. We heard the public address announce a trivia question tonight. I don't think anybody got it the first time. They said, we still don't have a winner tonight. They went back to a 1998 trivia question involving Central Arkansas Christian and a football game they had and a particular play. And who knew the answer? It was Tiffany Malabon from Clinton. She came over to pick up her prize tonight. Now, we'll have to ask her, how did she know that? Williams going to throw. 45-50 out of bounds. Tackle made by Brody Emberton. Mustangs. How'd you know the answer, Tiffany? Pure guess. So she wins tonight and wins a water bottle.
Tiffany knows her football. I think she's the one that gives Jordan Benson his fantasy football tips.
That's right.
He plays it off as himself, but it's really coming from Tiffany.
Williams to pass quickly, caught behind the line of scrimmage, making a move across the 40 to 38. And you'll see Tiffany around a lot at the football games, and usually she and Coach Benson, I think, also meet up on Saturday mornings. I don't know if they've got Pee Wee football tomorrow or not, but late on Friday night, so they're going to be in Searcy tomorrow. I think they work with the Greenbrier Pee Wee program, and forward to that, Williams to pass. Caught on the left side, makes some moves, got some room down the sideline. They're going to have to catch up, and they won't catch up. The Yellow Jacket defense, touchdown for the Mustangs, 50-20. 10 minutes, 40 seconds remaining, and a running clock.
Yeah, got it outside single coverage. Ryan is one of their better players. He's a good kick returner. And that time he made one move. Defender missed him, and then he had enough speed to get to the end zone. His grandfather, longtime friend of mine, who was the longtime defensive coordinator at Harding Academy during all those years with the head coach Bill Barden, and then the coaches that came after Coach Barden. But Dennis Ryan's up here in the bleachers tonight. That's his grandson.
The extra point attempt is up, and it's no good. Maybe wide left of the Mustangs. 50-20 is the score. 10:38. If you have stopped the clock.
I think it's supposed to stop on scores and injuries or a timeout. Other than that,
this Saturday, Mark Orthopedics has a morning injury clinic from 9 to 11 a.m. after.
I was looking back on the trying to see the last time that Clinton scored 50 points in a ball game, and you go back to September the 20th of 2019. And the Clinton Yellow Jackets beat the Central Arkansas Christian Mustangs that night 55-21. So the last time Clinton scored 50 or more points a game, it came against CAC back in September of 2019, a 55-21 win for the Yellow Jackets. And looks like the Yellow Jackets 10 minutes away from a win here. The Yellow Jackets got a lot of their skill players up at the 50-yard line, anticipating an onside kick here by CAC. I see Joe Chalk, Harley Tobin. I see Dawson Burgess, Austin Lynch up there, and Zane Widener right behind them.
Yeah, the Mustangs will keep it on the ground, but that one will go all the way back to the Yellow Jacket 38-yard line or so. Dawson Burgess, he'll cover it on the ground. The offense back out on the field. And, boy, it's been an efficient night on the ground, through the air. What Coach Matthew posted, Clinton almost averaging 10 yards per play. They are over 10 yards per play on the ground, and they put in the passing game as well. And they piled up the yards tonight to put those 50 points on the board.
Good way to open conference play. And the Jackets hopefully move their record to 2-2 on the season.
It's going to have to leave in the starters tonight again with only 18 players dressed out tonight. Dylan Jones, he's going to pick up maybe some extra carries. He had the touchdown, the long run, and then the touchdown on the previous drive. He'll get more carries, it looks like, on this one. Short gain, only 2 yards on the carry. But so you've got who else? Jones, and did Widener in on the previous carry or not? But again, just limited in your personnel tonight. Looks like they're going to shuffle some guys in now, but we just have to.
Widener 172 in the first half. Hadn't had to use him much in the second half. Still short of 200 yards. That was Ethan Drake also on this field. 240 yards against CAC.
Tobin might have been a busted play. He's going to go to his right. Now he's going to run the football. He'll carry it out of bounds up the 50. That looks good for a first down.
That's what a run-pass quarterback can do. Even on a busted play, you can still make something out of it. And you're right, it was a mess up in the backfield on that play. A lot of new faces people playing new positions this week they haven't played before. Tobin was able still to make a first down up at the 49.
Still got the linemen in. You've got Hewitt as well as Josh Witt.
And, with 18 players.
Alex Louder.
Not a whole lot of.
Jared Brown. Again, it's been a big night for that line. That's who's creating those opportunities to run for Jones and Widener, Epley, those guys. Ashton Wills had a fantastic night. Good to see him back in his second game of the season. Hand off on the right side. This time, nowhere to run for Dylan Jones as he's driven backwards.
Timing a little off on that one. Night. Jones was almost past Tobin when he got the handoff. But that's, just got to get those repetitions against live defensive players. You can do stuff in practice, but it doesn't, to see live bullets coming at you in a football game. So the timing's a little bit off, but it's going to get there with the repetitions.
Just under 8 minutes remaining. Clinton 50, Central Arkansas Christian 20.
Venable now, he's playing a little bit of wing back.
Bryson Venable. He gets the carry coming out of the slot, moving left to right. Gets near the sideline. Flags on the play. Venable out of bound. And we'll see if this goes against the offense. It is a holding call. Back them up.
She's gone. Going to ask Tiffany. They had usually Jordan, if he's got a free minute, he goes to a college game. I don't know if they had something planned for tomorrow night, but she has slipped away.
They should stay in Searcy if they got Pee Wee in the morning. The big
American
Conference ball games in Searcy tomorrow night when the Ouachita Baptist Tigers will travel to Harding University, and that's always a matchup of the top two or two out of the top three teams in the conference every season. I think 6 o'clock tomorrow night. Great American Conference football.
Yeah, watch the Razorbacks tomorrow afternoon, then come on down to Searcy and see great Division II football. Ouachita with a 30-something game winning streak on the line, ranked in the top 10 in the country. Harding ranked in the top 25. The last 2 years, the games have been settled by less than 5 points apiece.
And Tobin's pass coming out of the backfield, caught 45-50. Nick Epley, 40. He's still making moves, getting back to the middle of the field, all the way up across the Mustang 40. And a big throw and catch from Tobin to Epley. And again, Harley Tobin's having a fantastic night, efficient-wise, passing the football. And
that was a 3rd and 22 the Yellow Jackets converted. Yeah, Harley's only had a couple of passes tonight that weren't on target. He's had a couple of drops, but, man, he has had a great night. Very efficient. He hasn't run a lot, but he's picked his spots when it's been time to run. And so if you're grading this film, Harley would grade out pretty high tonight. Yellow Jackets with 2 turnovers. Both those came in the first half. Nothing here in the second half.
With the Mustang 39, Austin Lynch gets the carry. He's met in the backfield by the Mustangs, and maybe he'll end up moving forward back to the line of scrimmage. We'll call it 2nd and 10.
And now Joe Chalk checks in. I think he's going to take over at quarterback for the Yellow Jackets, and a nice job tonight by Harley. Tobin gets a good hand as he gets to the bench on the far side of the field.
Joe Chalk, the son of Superintendent Jay Chalk. Jay was a Yellow Jacket football player.
Watched Job in practice summer and even in the spring. His throwing has he's gotten better and better. Got a good arm, plays baseball, and so Chalk steps in now at quarterback, and these are good, valuable repetitions for Chalk.
I think his dad was a fullback and a middle linebacker. Job, he picked up that middle linebacker spot tonight coming in. He's had a fantastic defensive night. Now he'll get a chance in the final just over 5 minutes here of the ball game to do some things on the offensive side. He takes the snap. The give is to Dylan Jones. He breaks through the line, the 35, the 30, getting to the sideline, 25, 20. Tackled at the 13-yard line. Dylan Jones with another big run. He goes for 27 and a Yellow Jacket first down.
Hey, one of the things you want in those wingbacks is to hit the hole quickly. Don't stutter step or tiptoe. And he hits the hole quickly, gets into that second level, And then he takes off, and he can run, and he angles from the right over to the left. And if he'd have broke one more tackle, he'd scored his second touchdown of the night. And Dylan, along with his brother, his younger brother, runs the same way, too, down in junior high. And they hit the hole quickly, and they've got breakaway speed.
Looks like he's got good vision as well, kind of knowing where to move across the field, forward and laterally, to stretch out, get that angle, get those yards. Chalk, he maybe goes under center. Handoff, dive on the left side. Maybe Landon Rose. Let me see who gets up with the football. Number 22 it is. He's at the 10.
Job is a very smart young man, too. So when you put him in, he knows the playbook front and back. And you can see him getting his teammates in position. Takes the signal and reads the play. But Job is like another coach on the field there. As Jones checks back in. Good crowd tonight of Yellow Jacket fans across the way. And some really good football weather tonight as the cool air moved in about Wednesday. And it is a beautiful night here in North Little Rock.
Chalk goes under center, backs behind him, gives the handoff to Austin Lynch to the right side. Got behind the tackle, short gain.
Yeah, temperature currently 66 degrees here in North Little Rock. I think when I got up this morning it was in the 40s. And I did see Job's parents at the track this morning. They get out early in the morning and they like to walk early. Usually they beat me down there. So
under 3 minutes to play, 50-20. Let's see if the Yellow Jackets add one more score to the ball game. Third and about 7.